matchups of the entire regular season. Two national championship contenders, each ranked in the top 5. Which side can step up and deliver on this big stage? Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium, home field of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a playoff team from last year, the South Carolina Gamecocks. 3A Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. The shotgun running play call. Gets the first and still running. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Another great pickup on the ground here by a Clemson running back. And you know, if you're going to be a running back for Clemson, you have to be able to not just do that, but also you got to be able to catch the ball to the backfield because they're dangerous in the passing game as well.
Moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down. From the shotgun, drops back. And it falls incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Here comes 2nd and 10 from the 44 after that incompletion. Play action fake, looking to throw. Escape, it's a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Throw it on 3rd and very long. He's running out of time here. He's found some room at the 45. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big game for this offense.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. It's a run to the left. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup. Both teams trying to set the tone in this high-stakes collision here. Kirk, a long way to go. We expect this battle to come down to the final minutes.
Well, both these teams have been chirping back and forth during the week. I'm sure they're finally excited to be out on the field together. And this is the kind of matchup you do.
The pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Could take it all the way. Past the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the defense joins the scoring party now.
Chris, what a turn of events here. 1 second, you're in field goal range as an offense. The next, the defense is running back an interception for a score. You're looking at a 10-point swing and a momentum changer.
Automatic in the PAT. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back to do a pick six in the last possession. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Tries to get it to the running back. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Going again on 2nd and 10. This pass is on target. Caught. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run. That one moves the ball across the 40.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. The receiver grabs it. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. He keeps it on the design run. Looks like Clemson will have the first down. It's the latest chapter in a backyard rivalry game that goes back to 1896. Of course, these days, it's a non-conference end-of-the-year collision, Kirk, but it really has gained prominence in recent years.
Yeah, I think this is one of the nastier rivalries out there, to be honest with you. And I think over the last, 10 or 15 years, Clemson has obviously taken their program to another level. What Shane Beamer has been able to do here in the last few years in Columbia has really elevated the Gamecocks program. So it's gone to a whole nother level, not just for Clemson, but really for both these teams.
He escapes the pocket. Looking right, this one caught. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more of that pitch and catch.
Short on the 7th play of this drive. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Short throw complete to the tight end. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on 4th down. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They've got him, and they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Completion. They get him on the ground finally, but it'll be first down from the 14.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. It'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
What separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
And that one falls incomplete. That'll do it for quarter number one. And it's South Carolina in the lead here. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pass rush closing in. He just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. Oh, and he knocks it right through.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Play fake, looking to throw on first down. Looks like he's going to run it. Tough to show, but a sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
This is why you don't predetermine what to do with the ball as a quarterback. He wants to throw this as he rolls out to his right, but instead he keeps his eyes downfield, recognizes there's nobody open, so instead he decides to become the runner, and he's a real threat when he has the ball in his hands.
One play, and they're already past the 40, first and 10. They're going to run it. Tackled up near midfield at the 48.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Quick dart to the right. It's caught at the 25, and he's still going. A big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. First down here for this offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Wants to throw it. Good throw to his receiver. Oh, and he dropped it. We do not see that very often from this guy. He's going to bring up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you've got to have to come up with and make a catch.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Receiver in motion now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. is coming. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. Trying to connect from 41 yards away. You made it. 3 points on the board.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They settled for a field goal from the last possession. They're looking for the end zone, no doubt, here. They'll run it here. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
So 2nd and 7 at the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. Running out of time in the pocket. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They stop out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking for a deep completion. He hauls it in to the 25, still running. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker and penalty markers are down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Here from the shotgun. We've seen you able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
2nd down after that previous play. Design quarterback run. And the one moves the ball up to the 33. And the Gamecocks will come to the line to run the hurry up. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. But near the sticks, it's Bond. And that will pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at 38.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
On 1st down, it's play action. Going for his running back. And the sophomore, a little bit too much air into that throw.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Tight end goes in motion. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Offense with some pre-snap motion. Looking to chuck it again. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Pass caught down at the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. This quarterback on fire today.
Chris, as you know, anytime you hit a big post route like this for a touchdown, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver is essential. Nice job of not waiting too long. Quarterback takes a hitch, gets the ball out early, and allows his receiver to run underneath the beautifully thrown football for the touchdown.
The kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. QB keeper all the way. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Play stopped on first down, brings up 2nd and 10 from their 25. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Wide open downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
As the first down is still going. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Pass complete, and it's 2nd down now. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Breaking tackles.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Play action, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He could go. He's at the 50.
puts one in the defense's arms, and he takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Huge momentum swing here in the first half.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Bringing it out, it's Thomas. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? And looking to throw now on first down. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it falls incomplete for just 6 seconds remaining to play.
Chris, I love this throw downfield. He takes a shot. I thought he had a big completion, but instead the defender makes one heck of a play to be able to knock that ball away for the incompletion.
One more play before they head to the locker room. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Finding space at the 20. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Quarterback operating an empty set. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for the wide out. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Tigers will kick it off to begin the second half. It comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. The South Carolina offense is back out on the field. Off the play fake on first down. On the move now. On the move, looking deep down the right side. Out of man. Catch made. Big play. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. So the explosive play changes the complexion of the drive. They're set up outside the 30 now. The motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. The pocket breaking down. Escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Well, Chris, there's another sack by a Clemson defender. And, you know, so often in football we get so caught up in the quarterbacks and the spread looks and the big explosive plays on offense. But you think about where Clemson's been for the last 10 or 12 years, I think their defense deserves as much credit as guys like Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson. This defense has gone to a different level, and that's why they're a national contender every single year.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, and he almost had it. A chance for a momentum-changing interception. Does bring up third down.
Oh, Chris, he almost gave one back there. This quarterback needs to be much more careful working with a 2-touchdown lead. That's not how to protect it.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Jacobs. Defense able to stop it. It's fourth down now.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
And they will trot out the field goal team here. This will be about a 53-yard attempt. Let's see if he can get it there. Makes it look easy. There's a flag down. It was on the defense. defense wouldn't be enough for first-down yardage. You figure they'll take the 3 points. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So 1st and 10, that's a costly mistake by the defense on 4th down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. That's a design quarterback keeper. Sophomore with a strong tackle there. Second down after that run on the previous play. That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Looks left and finds his target there. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Movement here from the tight end. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. Third down play right here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Moves out of the pocket. He throws it away there, avoiding a mistake on 3rd down, and now a 4th down decision coming up.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So no field goal try here. Coach keeps the offense on the field to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Back near the goal line. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
Chris, how about this? You're inside the red zone. You get the 4th down. You go for it. You show that aggressive approach. Your players love you show confidence in them, and you're rewarded with a 1st down.
The Gamecocks will line up now. It's 1st and goal. Try to run it in on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Someone moved this a bit too early. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He's running out of time here. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
The 15-yard line, it's 2nd and long. And the quarterback dropping back. And it's incomplete, trying to lob the ball up there, but doesn't connect.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick throw to the left side. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. First play of this drive. They're set up at the 37. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. Here's the 2nd down play. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Good throw, testing the middle. It's intercepted. Trying to fire it into a tight window.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
Here, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. A deep shot right down the middle. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Not much of a return, but the pick ends the scoring threat and sets the offense up at the 33.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. He escapes the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. And it's picked off, threw it across his body, and paid the price. Brought down after a short return at the 24. What a crucial takeaway.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the 2nd half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Adds 6 more points to the total. Well, no surprise for an offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And they convert the point after, but still trail by 2 touchdowns, 31-17. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Looking to scramble to his left. Throws it deep downfield to the left. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Well, the defense does a really good job of getting that initial pressure on the quarterback, but this is what he can do. His athletic ability and his legs gets him away from the pressure. He buys some time, and I love how he keeps his eyes downfield. He's not scrambling to run. He's scrambling to make a big play with his arm.
Just looking to make a play deep downfield. And it's hauled in way downfield. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40. That'll put him over 150 yards today. Kirk, he is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
Pass rush closing in. Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Oh, they spot a holding call. That'll back him up 10 yards, and they'll try it again. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to throw here. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Oh, what a grab! They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? You're going to find out. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking to throw it again. Over the middle, it's Bond. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Because that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. The Sauk were able to bring him down quickly. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry up. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. The Gamecocks will line up here on first down and goal. Keeps it on a design run. He's swarmed by the defense. Interesting choice here on the goal line. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and goal. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. An important 3rd down and goal now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. On the move now. Powers all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Well, the energy really building now. If they're not careful, this could get ugly.
Chris, this offense has been impressive the entire game. And one of the great things about rivalry games is you'll never forget this kind of performance.
try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Director putting up the touchdown. The kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Falls on it to recover his own fumble.
Got a lucky bounce there.
Oh, boy. The kick returner catches a break. His teammate was able to recognize the ball on the ground and immediately made a heads-up play to get on top of it.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Keeping it on the ground here. A juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for his back. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
Pressure is coming. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Gain makes it 2nd and medium. Now the play fake, he'll look to throw it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My gosh, Chris, it's been a rough night for this offense and this poor quarterback. Took a shot there as he released the ball, and the defense is just teeing off on it here late in these obvious drop-back situations. That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. He's throwing for it on 4th down. Running out of time in the pocket. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Here he goes. Tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the
touchdown, Tigers. They couldn't stop him there.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back, but here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And then, you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. The first play of the drive now from the 25. Motion now from the tight end. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes the catch. It's Jacobs. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. That was clutch. Should be enough to secure this upset. And Kirk, we talked about this matchup late in the season. Big implications, and the lower-ranked team has emerged as one of the teams to beat now looking ahead of the playoff. He's going for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 10. It's a fumble.
Boy, incredible job here by this defense to create this turnover. It looked like this game was over, but now with this turnover, they get a chance to get back in the game.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Desperate times here. They need points, and they have to score quickly. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. What a grab by the freshman.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with a big shot taken over their head.
Bringing pressure. Fights through the tackle. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. The offense really clicking here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. With the catch, it's Taylor. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Grabbed by the receiver. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. And a timeout taken by the offense. 18 seconds on the clock. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking for a man. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. Important 2nd down play coming up. He's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there. First and goal for the offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Launching one to the end zone. That will be incomplete, trying for a consolation touchdown, but it's no good, and time expires on the game. This matchup had folks around the country stopping and paying attention. We expected a tough battle right down to the final minute, but this was a blowout as number 1 just gets humbled.
I'm just in complete shock. You know, anytime you see 2 top 5 teams, you'd always expect to see a competitive game. But this number 1 ranked team, I don't think they were mentally prepared, plain and simple. When you're facing a top 5 opponent with a bad mindset, things like this are going to happen.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.